Hello, this is Gary with PatternMaker Software. I have been asked a question about SeamAllowance, so I'm going to do a quick video on it. I am starting with part of a sloper. This has been created from Lena's basic bodice. I have erased to the two other pieces. This is just an example. This is not something for production use. The first thing I want to do is to configure some settings. So I go to Settings, Configure. I'm shown this dialog. Okay, I'm an expert user, so I don't want to use the right mouse menu. What this does, unchecking it does, is it allows me to click the right mouse button to let it know that I am done selecting. I'm also going to want to show the vertices. I will click on Advanced. I'm also going to not use the white background. I prefer black. I find it's easier on my eyes. I click OK. Now we can see that we have a black background. The vertices, both the endpoints and the X-arc starts are in blue. The X-arc corners are in green. I can toggle this on and off also by going to View, Points, Show Vertices. Now they're gone. View, Points, Show Vertices. Now they appear. Next, I'm going to do my SeamAllowance. Go to Draw, SeamAllowance. Select the first point. It says, please select first point. I left click for the first selection. It is in red. If I select a different point, it unselects my original point. Selects the new point in red. Okay, when I'm done playing with it, I click the right mouse. It would pop up a menu asking me if I was done if I had not unchecked the Use menu. Now it says Select End of Segment. Left click, right mouse click. It has highlighted the segment in red. It asks, is this the correct segment, correct selection? If I say no, it will go around the other way for those 2 points. So it's still connecting the 2 points, just a different path. But I wanted my original one, so I click no again. Is this correct selection? Yes, it is. Okay, now it's asking me, what is my offset distance? How much do I want here? I'm going to want a SeamAllowance in this segment of 0.5. I have several other options. What do I want to do? Do I want to continue creating SeamAllowances? Do I want this to be done and have it go all the way around and ask me for the SeamAllowance? Or do I just want to offset this segment? I'm going to want to continue. So I click Continue. OK. Select point to offset to. So I select this point. Now, this time it's in green rather than red because it's a second selection set. It is the point that I want. I right-click. See how it's in green? What is my offset distance? I'm going to make my offset distance 1 inch. And just to show you Done Closed, I select Done Closed. I click OK. It drew the 1 inch, then erased it. Notice how I've got no SeamAllowance. It'll reappear. Okay, I'm going to want a 0 SeamAllowance for the rest of the garment, so I click OK. Boom. So here I've got a SeamAllowance. Now I could mirror this object to create just a little bit bigger with a little bit more ease or something like that. Now, why do we have all these segments here? To make sure that it is exactly what I said it's going to be, it converts arcs to a sequence of lines. This is very good for accuracy, but it makes it very difficult to fit. Or to edit with it again, to modify the curves. So just be aware of this. I hope this has been helpful, and this is Gary with PatternMaker Software.